Well, the latest update from King City, it's just after 1 o'clock local time here. The playing control team over my left shoulders, they've all actually gone back inside there now because of this heavy and ongoing rain. I've got to keep the beanie on because it's cold and it's wet, it's very damp. Just to give you an idea of just how wet and damp it is here. Look at the shoes, absolutely saturated, and indeed, as we look back up here, the outfield is soaked. The latest we could have started a T20 was 4 o'clock, but the reality is absolutely no chance of play. The rain continues to come up, it's very, very heavy, and the ground staff have said they would need at least 3 hours to clear it up there. You can see the square itself has actually been reasonably undamaged, and they've done a really good job at getting absolutely every aspect of it covered. Indeed, the run-ups are all covered too, but the official update now, we've just had the news. Official update, 1 point apiece. The match is abandoned without any play being possible, and what that means is that Oman will take a point, Nepal will take a point, and it's actually going to round out the one-day internationals here for Nepal on a really disappointing note. They played 3 matches, they lost all 3 of them, one of them in heartbreaking fashion against Oman, but the 2 Canada games in particular, they were roundly beaten pretty heavily in those 2 games by 103 runs in the first match, by 1 wicket by Oman then, and then in the third game by 5 wickets. But even that margin of victory was a little bit closer than it actually indicated because those wickets came late. So realistically, you can understand why the team have made the decision. I think the umpires, the curators as well, have done a really, really good job. They've done everything they could, but the inclement weather, there's actually a weather warning in the wider Ontario region for this afternoon and evening. It's going to continue raining. The good news for Thursday and indeed Saturday and Sunday, most importantly for the T20s as Nepal come back into action, is that the weather is set fair, talking about 19 or 20 degrees and sunny skies. And the talk is, you can actually see over there, they've added another stand, such as the demand being from the Nepal fans. They're talking about 1,500, maybe 2,000 fans. So if you are here in Ontario, or you're maybe going to come up, travel up from New York or from another part of Canada or the USA, make sure to get those tickets early. Get them on the Cricket Canada website. I'll post out the social media, the links on the social media video that I'm about to post here. So sadly, for now, there is no good news. It's officially 1 point apiece. I'll give you a points table update as well. It means that after 8 games of ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2, Nepal now have just 3 points, and it's an awfully long way to that top 4 on automatic qualification to the next Cricket World Cup qualifier. Not the start to this Cricket World Cup League 2 campaign, particularly after that glorious finish that got them to the last qualifier in Zimbabwe. They'll have a lot to do. It'll all get going again for them down in the USA, where they'll take on USA and Scotland. USA in excellent form, Scotland up towards the top of the table as well. It's not going to get any easier for Nepal, but stick with the team and stick with me, Andrew Leonard. We'll give you many more updates, including from the 6th and final ODI. That'll be on Thursday. Do join us then.